So your underlying energy for your love life right now is the Two of Cups. Yeah, there's a difficult decision that needs to be made, but I don't think you guys are interested in actually looking at the problem, because honestly, it's a mess, right? I feel like it looks like there's somebody that's trying to come back offering you something long term, but you don't want it. I don't think you guys really want that offer. And it's because it's not particularly the person that you kind of want exactly. It's not exactly what your heart's desiring. So I feel like you guys are in the midst of trying to figure out what it is that you guys want. But again, it's a situation you don't really want to deal with. I think it's with an ex, to be absolutely honest with you. Under here, you have strength. So yeah, it's a difficult situation. I think maybe this is someone, maybe with a fling. This is strength. So strength can be lust, but I just feel like, honestly, this is really just like a difficult situation. You have to remain strong for it because of the Two of Cups. So yeah, here we go. Two people that feel the same way about each other. I think, honestly, there's a lot of lust. I think there's a lot of attraction here. You guys do feel the same way, but it's a difficult decision because you pretty much, I think you had to go through something difficult. You had to go through some emotionally testing time, and it really had you had to have a great deal of courage to get through it. Now, for your current state of being, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Definitely there's some change going on right now, or some situations happening again, mostly, I feel, because honestly, when the Wheel of Fortune comes out, this is a second time around. This is something that's giving you another chance to look at from another perspective. You've been through it already, so what are you going to do now with the knowledge that you got this time? I know it's crazy, and where you guys want to be, right, which is completely understandable, right, is the Empress. You want to feel able to manifest what you want. You want to be comfortable where you are. You want to feel in the energy of manifestation. Empress is very nurturing and very caring and very grounding in a sense, very motherly. And I feel like you guys want to just enjoy where you are, most importantly, and kind of be able to be creative in your time, in your space. But the thing that's keeping you from being the manifester, giving birth to ideas and things like that, is because there isn't something that's completed yet. The world is the significance of something being over and wrapped up. Something's not done. I feel like you guys want to create something new with the Empress, but something's not finished. Something's not over yet. And I feel like that is what is going on. The reason why you guys are not able to manifest something new is because a certain cycle has not completed itself. And the reason why it hasn't completed itself is because there was a lot of cautioning. There was a lot of slow movement. There was a lot of, taking your time and really looking at the situation, being thorough, but the process hasn't really moved forward much. Now, the Knight of Pentacles does talk about progress. Any knight that you see is talking about progress, but he is the slowest knight out of all of them. And I know this card represents you, Virgo, but you guys take your time and you guys really make sure that whatever you're about to get into is something you're completely aware of. Well, the process probably is taking a lot longer than it should, because you guys are still trying to go with logic. You're kind of trying to practically utilize the situation. You're trying to look at the situation in a very practical sense. And I don't know if that's necessarily the right approach. I know there definitely needs to be some, analyzing. That's totally fine. But when it comes to just not making the move in a timely fashion, but also being more cautious about it and taking your time because you don't really want to make a decision right now, is more of procrastinating energy. Okay. Now, your best path to follow is the Hermit. The answers lie within yourself. I think you guys are looking externally, or outside of yourself, at the situation to try to make a decision, but you haven't consulted your heart yet. The answers lie within you, and I know this is your card as well, right? Boom. You guys got 2 Virgo cards in here. So right now, it's really saying to draw back, to really look within yourself and really, figure out what you need out of the situation. What is the answers? What is this relationship really trying to offer you? You know what I'm saying? And if this is something that you really want to pursue, maybe this is somebody that, you knew from the past and they want to try to come back, but you have some feelings about them as well. You love them, but they're not the right fit. Maybe they're not the right person for you, or they are, and you just don't know how to kind of pursue that. Well, it's all within yourself. Do you want to pursue it? Because pursuing something isn't really difficult for you. When you want something, you guys can go ahead and go get it. But if you want it, if you want to release the singleton, okay, if you want to be in a relationship, or you want to commit to it, most importantly, the answers lie within yourself. So you have to introspect right now. Let's see. your situation emotionally, how you guys are doing in your emotions, is the Four of Pentacles. Y'all holding on to something. You're not really wanting to express yourself. You're not really wanting to kind of open up and try to take a risk. You guys are very comfortable where you are, and you're not really interested in kind of making that step to go out there and make, to make it known. I don't think you want to expand, which is very interesting, but you're not willing to emotionally do that. You're not willing to emotionally open up. Well, yeah, that is a hard part, right? You want to be private. You want to have your own privacy. You want to be your own person. You don't want to have to, you don't want everybody in your business, especially maybe even because you work so hard to work on yourself that you rely on yourself. You know yourself. You know you can handle everything, but at the same time, it's almost like you want a relationship, but you don't want one because you don't want to be emotionally vulnerable with anybody. And that emotional vulnerability is what is probably keeping you from making the necessary steps to making this relationship happen, or pursuing a relationship or not pursuing a relationship. Okay, so you guys are holding on to some stuff that makes you honestly more vulnerable than it does make you strong. It's stable, but is it truly stable enough to make you to help you make your these hard decisions? Now, with your hopes and fears, you guys have the Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, you guys are trying to figure out whether this relationship is worth it or not. Whether this is whether the amount of effort that's needed to put into this relationship to make it work, is it worth it? And that is up to you. That's something that you have to decide, okay? Because again, this is all about you. You have to look within yourself, look within you to find the answers to that kind of question. All these questions can be answered within yourself, Virgo, but you have to trust yourself and know that you have the confidence to get yourself through any situation. And that's one thing about the Hermit. The Hermit has confidence to know that he can find the answers within himself. He's got everything he needs. But I feel like this energy is almost saying like you feel like you don't have the confidence. You almost don't have the confidence to kind of go to pursue in a relationship that makes you feel vulnerable, because you don't see all sides. You're not able to plan ahead as much as you'd like, because that's what the Knight of Pentacles does. And I feel like with the world here crossing you guys and keeping you from being able to manifest something beautiful, something new, it's also about something not wrapping things up. And I feel like it could be another Capricorn, another Virgo, or Taurus, but it's very interesting. I feel like this person is offering something very, very concrete and very stable, but you're not really, I don't know. I don't feel like you want, I think you may want this, but I just don't know if this is everything yet. I don't know if you really feel like this is everything. Don't look externally, look within yourself if this is what you truly want. There is work that's going to be needed in the relationship, of course, but is it something that you're willing to do? Okay, now the Knight of Pentacles, yes, it could be you, but it could be somebody else. Like before, the Knight of Cups coming in with, the Ace of Pentacles came up with the Knight of Cups when I was shuffling, as y'all saw. And so I feel like this person that you've already known before, maybe a friend that wants more in the relationship, that could always be that as well. They are offering you an opportunity to be in a relationship that is something that is going to take a lot of work and time to be very grounded, to leave behind a legacy together. So this could be this person all in a nutshell as well. Someone that is a water sign, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but they have a tendency to be unreliable. They may say things in the moment but never follow through. So that's another thing that you may feel a little bit hesitant to kind of go forth in a relationship if they don't show consistency and reliability, and honestly keeping their word is a big problem for them. Okay, so that could be a little apprehension in itself, right? But again, this all comes down to this: do you love them? Do you want to be with them? And can you make it work? Do you trust yourself and have the confidence in yourself to know that you can make the relationship work? It's going to take a lot of it can take a lot of work. And I think you know that by what what you see here. You can see everything. So that's one of the beautiful things about you guys. You guys can see all the little details that we all of us normies miss, right? So you can see the cracks, the flaws, and everything like that. So you know what needs to be fixed and everything. But do you feel like you can do that? Because Virgos, if you do forget, you might have forgotten right now, like you guys are really good at making things work. Despite how broken it can be, you know how to fix it. You know what's broken. You know how to assess it. And I feel like that this is your, expertise. It's hard to do in your own relationships, of course. You right. When it comes to everybody else's stuff, you guys are really good at doing it. But when it comes to let's think about it. Being a reader and reading for myself is very, very difficult. So it has to be difficult for you to really be, to see the flaws and then having to apply the necessary effort and time and patience with the person that you're dealing with in the relationship. That's got to be difficult. So of course, seeing your situation as it is, you're having to look at it and go, oh my gosh, okay, this is what I need to fix. But is it worth it? Am I going to get the rewards out of putting all this stuff in the relationship? Am I going to be happy here? So your outcome here is temperance. So you have, keeping the balance and divine timing. So things will happen when it's necessary, when it happens, pretty much. You just have to kind of keep your end of the bargain, do what you need to do, handle your business, and things will just kind of fall into place from there. Okay. So that's I like that, the outcome, because considering how this situation is a little bit difficult to kind of decide what's going on, decide what you want to do rather. It's pretty good to have just kind of do what you can, do what you need to, and focus on yourself throughout this entire reading, pretty much, as your outcome for this reading, to pretty much let you know that no matter what you decide to do, it's going to take time, and you're just going to have to remember that divine timing will kick in when it needs to. Things will fall into place as long as you handle your half of everything. Okay, so with that going on, let me go ahead and pull your romance angels for this week. Crazy reading, guys, but very clear, which is awesome. All right, guys, and your romance angels card is, wow, pay attention to the red flags. I believe Leo got this as well. Leo or Cancer. I think it was actually Cancer that got it. Oh my. You guys could be dealing with Cancers right now, because Cancer got that same card. Very interesting. So red flags doesn't mean to freak out, right? Don't see the red flags and go, oh my God, this is a problem. But see red flags as a way of anything, right? This could mean the stuff that you would see as flaws, right, in a relationship, or for you in regards to your personal preference in a person. Red flags can be that too, right? But red flags can also be signs of commitment and loyalty and, honestly, things that you actually like about a person. Okay. So just keep that in mind, Virgo. Red flags don't necessarily mean bad things. Red flags just means all kinds of signs that can lead you in the right direction. And there's no wrong, bad or non, or good sign. It's just, there's a sign that really means, that has a lot of significance in your situation. So let's go ahead and pull your wisdom of the oracle. All right, guys, and your wisdom of the oracle is, oh wow, thinker. Time to go ahead and just retract and think about things. Take your time, do you as much as you can here, right? Think about your circumstance. Think about what you need to be doing for yourself. It's very similar to the Hermit card here that you got as in your advice section. So yeah, think about things. You don't have to rush. There's no rush here. But as long as you're not procrastinating and trying to just evade the situation altogether, because you eventually have to bring, you have to carry one sword here. You got to put one of the swords down, because you can't hold the swords like this forever, crossed over your chest. So it's gonna require you to be strong and brave, right? This is a very brave thing, to be vulnerable with somebody. But when you're vulnerable with someone, that is another strength and another adventure that you have to tackle for yourself, right? But you have to find the confidence and the strength within yourself to be able to get through, and it all lies within you. So take your time, think things through. Try not to procrastinate. Try not to avoid this by kind of, you know, looking at every detail, because you're not going to be able to just sit there and hash out every little detail. And honestly, I mean, you shouldn't try to. You should just try to go with the flow, work on every problem as it comes, because that's how relationships work, right? We're always going to hit a little hurdle or a bump in the road. We just got to figure out how to work with it and kind of keep moving and work together at the same time. All right, y'all. So look at the, you know, pay attention to red flags and use this as a, you know, as things to think about to really see if you want this relationship to pursue or not.